If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 1 of a brand new season here at AC Milan. We're into season 2. If you aren't aware what happened with season 1, check the very last episode that went live. That was a season roundup as a whole, and you'll find out exactly what happened with us in season 1 in a little bit more detail. We'll brush over that in today's episode, of course, as we get started here for season number 2. Just want to quickly check up on the emails and the board were very happy with, obviously, our Coppa Italia win, so they're delighted with that, and they were extremely pleased with our second place finish in Serie A. They wanted us to finish in the Champions League positions. Top 3 is Champions League. We finished second. We met the expectations. We also brought in Alexander Pato on a free transfer. He has now joined us, and he's here, as you can see, arriving on a pre-contract. When it comes to the Champions League expectations this year, this is going to be our first season in Europe, and they want us to reach the semi-finals, which is a big ask, a very big ask for our first year in Europe. I didn't think they'd want us to do anything more than perhaps just reach the round of 16. So I'm a little bit cautious about our potential for the Champions League as things stand, but we had a very good domestic season, and they only want us to reach the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia this year. Presumably they want us to concentrate more on European football. With regards to the league, again, they want a top 3 finish into the Champions League positions. They've given us a hefty budget to do that with. As you can see there, £32 million, a wage budget of £150,000 as well. I've sent out, or I've used the EA Sports Football Club store to get a new Scout Future Star for this new season. Unfortunately, our Scout Future Star last year wasn't very good, so we're hoping that this year he could be a little bit better. We've got some young prospects that are already looking decent. A goalkeeper here, 82 to 88. I'm thinking about calling him up and then sending him out on loan, Christian Bonaventura. Fabio Barros, 83 to 94 potential for a 15-year-old. Looks absolutely incredible. I'm hoping that he will continue to grow, and then by the time he's 17 or 18, we can call him up to the first team, either use him because he'll have grown enough, or send him out on loan and start training him. And then, as you can see, 78 to 86, 74 to 90, potentially decent striker, and 77 to 83 for right back. Not too sure whether we'll use him or not. We are looking to bring in a new right back here at the club. I've currently got my scouts out searching for, just in general, first team quality players. Of course, bearing in mind, in the transfer windows in this series, we're looking for either Italian nationals or players that are based in Serie A. We are allowing ourselves one player either per season or per window, probably per season, one player from outside of those parameters. So someone that isn't Italian or currently based at a Serie A club or in Italy. We would sign someone from Serie B if they were incredible, but that's unlikely, of course. So that's the situation right now. We have a couple of players back at the club from loan that I'm wanting to try out, most notably Sousa, who was out on loan at Genoa last year, I think. I might be mistaken there. Obviously want to try out Alexander Pato as well. So we'll be playing a couple of the pre-season friendlies in today's video, but the most important thing is that we try and move on some of the players that we currently have listed as transfer, or listed as not needed on the transfer list. I wanted to sell Mexes. Unfortunately, he's now going to retire at the end of this season, so I can't do anything with him. He's going to have to sit there in the club. I physically cannot sell him. It says no actions for a retiring player. A couple of you asked me in the comment section of the previous episode as well to have a look at some regens for players like Pirlo and Zlatan, etc. But Pirlo hasn't retired yet, and neither has Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So I'm actually going to have to wait till next season before I'm able to look for the regens, because they won't be here until those players have actually retired. So next year we can look for a Didier Drogba regen, perhaps a Pirlo regen, an Ibrahimovic regen, and a couple of other players that you guys might like me to look into for regens. So bear that in mind. We'll do that next season. Currently transfer listed are a number of players. We have 32 million to spend as it is, but we can raise an extra, well, decent amount, probably an extra 20 or so. Looking to sell our Scout Future Star from last season that just isn't good enough, unfortunately. Modric we're looking to sell, Pichinocchi as well, Comey, Beretta. Matri was out on loan last year, surplus to requirements, now don't need him. Paletta was out on loan last year, surplus to requirements, don't need him. Same with Fernando Torres. Bertolacci I did not enjoy playing with last year, despite the fact he was a new signing prior to the start of the save from Roma, so we're going to move him on. Luis Adriano I wasn't too keen on, he's going to move on as well. Balotelli's gone back to Liverpool from the loan deal, so we still have two strikers, of course, with the introduction of Pato, but Niang whilst being a striker, and we've been using him out on the right-hand side, is homesick and wanting to leave. So I'm not sure what to do with Niang at the minute. I'd like to keep him at the club if possible, but we may have our hand forced if we can't get him to stay at the club, or can't, you know, sort out his morale situation. I might offer him a little bit more money. That may tempt him to stay. Also looking to sell on Antonelli as well and bring in a new right-back. Perhaps a younger backup right-back to Florenzi. Not entirely too sure yet what to do there. You guys, again, will have to let me know in the comment section what to do there. Looking to loan out a couple of the youngsters again, Vergara, Calabria and Mestali as well. But we have a number of players that we have here at the club already. So I'm not sure how much we need to add to the squad, or where in particular I'd like to strengthen, because we had a great season last year, winning the domestic cup and finishing second in the league. Pato is in this year. Felicioli is out on loan for the second of a 2-year spell, as is Hashim Mastor. Now got 1 year left on his loan deal at Malaga. Hopefully by the time he gets back from that loan deal, he'll be worth starting in the first team as well. He grew quite well in that first year at Malaga, so I'm hoping again he can do something similar this year. With regards what positions to strengthen in, I'm not sure. I don't know whether to go out and replace someone like Jeremy Menez. I'm contemplating actually just putting El Sarawi back in the starting lineup. Maybe selling Menez and Bonaventura and bringing in, you know, world-class replacements, and maybe going, rather than buying 5 or 6 different players, maybe going for 1 or 2 truly marquee world-class AC Milan level signings. I haven't quite decided just yet, because the youngsters we have at the squad, at the club right now, like Jose Mauri, like Verdi, like Tonelli, like Rodrigo Eli, like Maximovic, like Romagnoli, like Florenzi, like De Cilio, they're all good enough to start in the starting 11. Bernardeschi had a good season, but I'm not sure whether I might replace him out on the right-hand side. That all depends on what happens with Niang, to be completely honest. I really don't know what's going to happen with him. I'd love to keep him, but like I say, not sure. We may go out and, if we sell Menez and Bonaventura, go out and buy an incredible right-sided or left-sided midfielder. Like I say, undecided so far. Bearing in mind they would either have to be Italian or based in Serie A, but there are a number of options in those positions that are world-class, so it wouldn't be too much of an issue. So that's basically my plans for this transfer window. Please do continue to give me all of your suggestions in the comment section down below. As always, with the way that I run my series here on the channel, we'll work our way through the transfer window, not slowly, but at a methodical pace, so I can take on board everything that you guys say. I see some people say you take too long, Ches, but obviously a lot of YouTubers will say, give me your suggestions, and take none of those into account and record ahead throughout the transfer window and make their own signings. I don't do that here on this channel. I take every signing that you guys offer me in this comment section down below into account. So yes, my seasons take longer to get completed, but we make the signings that you guys want me to make. That's what we did last year, and it worked. Second place in Serie A after they finished 10th in real life the year before, and Coppa Italia winners. So we're going to push forward now, and we'll play Santos Laguna and the second friendly, but I won't play the third. We get a transfer offer for Gianluigi Donnarumma, who obviously I'm not going to be looking to sell on. Also not going to be training him anymore. We're going to leave him now. Scout report back on Felipe Anderson. Could be one of the players we look at for a wide role. At present, I'm training Mauri, Bernardeschi and Muru. Not sure whether to solely concentrate all on Mauri or all on a different player, but right now 3 slots are Mauri's, 1's Bernardeschi's and 1's Muru, but I may make all 5 Mauri's, try and train him as best I can all the way up to January, and then we'll have to wait and see if perhaps he can become like an 83, 84 rated player by that time. An offer in for Luis Adriano is exactly what we want, although 5.5 million is not what we want. I'll ask for 8. He's valued at 7. He's 29 years old. Probably not going to get much more than his value. We'll see what Stokes say. But yes, I will. This has probably been quite a long introduction, to be honest. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further episodes of this series, or the My Player series, of course. We've had another transfer offer here. Scout has found some players as well. Modic wants to play. Verdi wants to play. Of course, I will be testing out a couple of the players that are new to the club, like Suso coming back off loan. And offer for Matri. Again, I'll try and ask for about what he's worth. And I want to see what Pato's like in game as well. So I'm looking forward to trying those guys out in pre-season before we get to the competitive year. We do actually have, if I quickly show you the calendar, the Italian Super Cup to play before we get to the full pre-season. So again, that will come as a one-game special with the suit, as it's a cup final of sorts, the Italian Supercoppa against Inter, because of course they won the league, we won the Coppa Italia. So we'll jump into this first game against Santos. I will play Pato, I will play Suso, and we'll see how good they get. Quick cut to Florenzi. Run being made by Suso. Can Suso find Alexander Pato at the back post? No, but he can find Florenzi, and he'll find the back of the net. 1-0 up after 11 minutes. Suso immediately involved and gets himself an assist after 12 minutes in this first season for him back at the club. Nice run. He's playing him at cam, not at right mid, which is what his apparent default position is. Great finish, though, from the man in the middle. 1-0 Milan. Suso into the path of Jorginho. Suso's made the run again, but well defended by Santos. Out to El Shah. Oh God, where do I go? There's so many green shirts back here. That was meant for Kutska, but never mind. Pato will race around the outside. Pato, finish! 2-0 AC Milan. We scored at the very beginning of the first half. We've scored at the very beginning of the second half. Pato, see him pull in there from that right-hand side. And then good turn, good pace. And I tell you what, decent finish as well. Pato and Suso both impressing in their first games for me in an AC Milan shirt. Final whistle goes, a 2-0 victory in our first pre-season friendly, a goal for Alexander Pato, who I was impressed with, an assist for Suso, who other than that assist, didn't really do much for me in that game. His stamina's pretty low as well, and he was very tired, and I had to substitute him off after about 60 minutes. So Pato I'm pleased with. Suso I'm thinking I may actually sell on, because Jose Mari is younger and better and already higher rated. We'll see what happens in the transfer window, then we'll head into friendly number 2. Stoke have offered me 6.5 for Luis Adriano, which I will accept. We're not really fussed about finding an extra 500 grand. It's not going to make any difference, and to be fair, the wages that we'll get back from him moving on will make up for the difference. Valencia have signed Rajan and Golan. That's an unsurprising one, to be honest, because that's normally what happens in career mode. We've now had another offer for Luis Adriano. Well, we'll accept 6.5 from Palermo as well, and maybe he'll go to Palermo, maybe he'll go to Stoke. At least I think it was Stoke, wasn't it, in the other deal? Memory's so bad. Nabil Fekir's been recommended. Of course, we will offer potentially signing one player from a league outside of Serie A, or someone that isn't an Italian national. A few good players here. Areola, we're not really looking for a goalkeeper. Areola signed from Villarreal, must have been so far earlier on in the window, but not really looking for a goalkeeper. We have a very capable 16-year-old in Donnarumma, and Getafe are going to match the 4.5. Good. Well, it looks like Matri is going to leave us. It looks like Luis Adriano is going to leave us. Still not sure where we might improve, but that's where you guys come in. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll go and take on Racing Club. Got a corner. Jorginho's obviously going to pull it back to man on the edge of the box, which is actually Carlos Bacca. 1-0 AC Milan. What a strike. I tell you what, Alex Pato was good, but he's really going to have his work cut out if he's going to keep this man out of the starting lineup. He was our top goal scorer last year, Carlos Bacca, and he's rifled that in off the post. That's a great hit. We've got two solid strikers at AC Milan right now, and I'm hoping that they will fire us to glory yet again this season. Oh, no, 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 no. I was mid-yawn. I was mid-yawn. 1-1. Kutska to Bacca. Play through El Shah. Wasn't the best of balls, but we will get in the box. And El Shah's still going. El Zarawi. Bacca. 2-1. Oh, what a game so far. 19 minutes in. 2-1. Good cross. Oh, good header. I didn't expect that to loop into the back of the net. 38 minutes played. 2-2. Bonaventura down the left. Turns inside nicely. Still going here. We'll let it across to Simone Verdi. Gets under control, and we are going to win, hopefully, this second friendly game. 3-2 up after 80 minutes. Not much happened in the second half. Not much happened after that fourth goal, to be fair. But there's a fifth. Bonaventura, the substitute, to Simone Verdi, the substitute. Fresh legs making the difference. We're in front again. It's finished 3-2. We get the victory thanks to that final goal from Simone Verdi. I'm going to drop back, have a look at see if we get some more transfer offers. I'm also going to see if Totti retired and if Di Natale retired, because there may be an Italian striker regen out there that we might be able to try and pick up. We'll have a look. I had a look for regens. It doesn't look like there are any as of yet. Well, not for Totti or Di Natale anyway. I've sent scouts out to have a look at a couple of like 16 or 17-year-olds that might fit the bill, but I highly doubt that either of them are going to be what we're looking for. We have, however, had another transfer offer. This one is for Luca Antonelli, player that we do want to move on. Again, though, I'll ask for his value just above his value. See if we can maximise any potential profit, especially if we're going to be looking for a marquee signing. When it comes to right back, could probably just go out and get Mattia Darmian. I'm not entirely too sure. Luis Adriano has gone to Stoke for £6.5 million, 5.5 of which has been allocated to our transfer budget. So we now have £37.5 million with £220,000-ish. I'll just make this 75.25 for OCD. £36.7 million available with £235,000 available as a budget. And is anything going to happen between now and the game against Stetien? A couple of scout reports, but other than that, nothing. Well, we had a scout report back on this youngster. He looks like he might be decent. 19 years of age, but I don't know whether he's worth bringing in. Jeremy Bretonnier, 5'11", 78 rated at 19, 85 short pass. Let me know what you guys think of him. I'll probably have to move my face cam out of the way for this. So, reminder for me in editing to move myself out of the way in that, but yeah, we've had a scout report back. Niang is happy to stay. Niang's happy to stay. I offered him a new contract, and he says he's happy to stay. So it looks like Niang's going to be with us for this second season. So again, not sure what to do in this window. We're trying to move on a number of players. Not had much luck so far. And it might be a case of just replacing what we've got. And if we can't move them on, we can't move them on. We'll just have an excess number of players at the club. But if you want me to replace someone, or if you want someone to get sold, or if you want me to buy a better player in a particular position, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will do what I can. That's going to bring today's episode to a close, though. Drop the video a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further episodes of this series, or the My Player series that went up earlier on this afternoon. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.